What is going on YouTube? Today I got another mix, an amalgamation, a concoction, if I may be so bold, of food. So I went to a place. This place was recommended to me a few times, and for this job I did, I also have to go to the place, and I'm like, maybe I should get food from here one day. And then I forgot about it for years, and then I just remembered it. So I was like, let me come back to it. So I got a food from a place called Dav's, not Dave's, Dav's, D-A-V-S, Hotspot in Mississauga. It kind of reminds me of what's that place called? Grumpy's. If you guys remember Grumpy's, it was like this place I got pasta from. It was like $31 for the pasta. This is just like that. It was cheaper, obviously, but still, I think they have pretty good portions. So let's open up here. So I got myself a rasta pasta, which I guess is a pasta with jerk chicken in it. Although I did have a choice between having jerk chicken and like something else. I think, what was it? I can't, my memory today is so bad. I don't know what's going on. Jumbo fried shrimp. I had a choice between those two. So I'm hoping that this tastes a lot better than Grumpy's, because Grumpy's sucked. But look at that, it looks good. Yeah, no, that doesn't look too bad. So we're gonna have this here. My only problem with this, there's like no sauce on this. So I already know it's gonna be dry. It's gonna make me so sad. It's about to be so dry. But before we get started, guys, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you want to try anything to talk about. I'm down to those. Let's check out the timestamps in the description. Let's get into this here. It's gonna be dry. I can already feel it. Oh man. First bite there. So it is dry. Not as dry as the Grillies one was. I keep calling Grillies, Grumpy's, but it's got a nice flavor. Okay, so one, not enough sauce. It needs like 10 times the amount of sauce in here. Like at a first glance, it doesn't even look like there's sauce in here. I know there's sauce in here because I can see a bit of it. When I like really hyper focus my eyes, I can see that there's sauce in here, but there's not much. Now the chicken here is pretty good. Jerk chicken isn't too dry. It's got like a nice little spice to it. Seasoned nicely. But just my problem with it is that there's no sauce. Like, I know this is going to get dry after a while. I'm just waiting for that moment. Like, oh. That has sauce on it. I don't know if you can see it because it's kind of dark, but that has sauce on it. But that's one little penne or noodle or pasta out of how many in here? Got myself a kiwi lemonade calypso. This is definitely my favorite one. Kiwi lemonade. I would suggest throwing this in a soda stream, making it fizzy. Woo! That'd be my new favorite drink. Once I get a soda stream, when I got a couple $100 to just throw away for literally absolutely no reason, soda stream. But it's not too bad. I like it better than Grumpy's. I'll say that. I do like it. Even if it's marginally, I do like it more. But anyways, how was your guys' day today? I actually woke up a bit early today and went to the gym. Yeah, that's about it actually. And got this food. This food took like 45 minutes for me to get. It took so long for them to make it, but you know, Grumpy's also took long. They also had a mac and cheese I wanted to try, but I never had rasta pasta before, so I was like, let me get this. That's good. I like this. I did, however, see a movie. Again, I saw Killers of the Flower Moon by Martin Scorsese. Now, I'm going to start off with saying spoilers, obviously, but I just want to say off the bat that the movie was a really good movie. It was definitely a tough watch, but not a tough watch in a bad way. Like how Oppenheimer is a bit of a tough watch because it's so long and dialogue heavy. It's more of a tough watch in the sense that, like, what's happening in the movie is really sad. Quick summary is that these, I think they're called the Osage or Osage, or I'm gonna call them the Osage because that's what they call them in the movie. Tribe strikes oil and they become one of the richest tribes in the country. Movie spans from, I believe, 1921 to 1927. And from them getting this money, obviously there's people out there who want to take it. So one, there's people like from other cities, other states that come there and take advantage of them. Like there's a point where in 1931 or in 1921, a guy sells one of the native people on purchasing a picture for $35 in 1921, which in today's money, USD is like $530, $540. So obviously they're being taken advantage of. But what happens is there's a guy named William Hale who's kind of like a rich person in town. He owns cattle, but he also is like a philanthropist. He, like, in his words, brought them to the 21st century or the 20th century because it's the 20th century in that movie. But he gets his nephew, Leonardo DiCaprio, to come, and then they start doing a real life scam where they would get rid of the Osage members, like the indigenous people, so that way the people they're married to can get the money, right? It's just like a whole scheme. So over the course of the movie, I believe they say that 30 people died, like 30 indigenous people die. And yeah, they're in on it. So essentially, Leonardo DiCaprio marries a girl, right? In the movie, her name's Molly. I don't know what her real life name is. And they devise a plan essentially to kill off all of her family members so that she can inherit the head rights to the oil money, because everyone in that tribe, I don't know if I want to call them a tribe. I don't know if they're called a tribe, but like everyone who's of Osage is entitled to money, right? But at the time, there was no laws against non-Osage people inheriting money. So what they want to do is they want to kill off her family members so that she's the last one remaining, and then eventually kill her off. Then Leonardo DiCaprio inherits the money, and it goes to his children, and it goes to like William Hale. Because I think she's set to inherit about 100K, which in today's money is 1.5 million. I checked. So they do a few things in the movie. Like, one, I think the youngest sister just already died just because she was sick. But then the oldest sister, there's 4 sisters. The oldest sister gets killed by Leonardo DiCaprio's brother and like some next guy. I don't even know who the next guy is, but some next guy who's also a smuggler of drugs. Now it leaves Molly and the younger sister. So they hire this guy who makes bombs and stuff to blow up the younger sister's house. Leonardo DiCaprio and his uncle do that to blow up the sister's house. They do it. The sister and her husband dies. And now it's just Molly left. The mom already died because the mom died of old age. So now Molly has head rights to the oil money of her family. And what they're doing is she has diabetes. So they start giving her insulin, but Leonardo DiCaprio is like spiking her insulin with like this other drug that's like slowly poisoning her, and quite frankly, it's slowly killing her. But before she's so far gone, she goes to Washington, D.C. and asks the president for help, saying that her tribe and her family and all these families are being killed and they need help. And they do. They send the FBI there. And the FBI looks into everything, and then they decide, and they find out that William Hale is the one who's like orchestrating everything. And then he had accomplices, which is like his 2 nephews. And it's so tough to watch because these people are being, the indigenous people in the movie are being taken advantage of. They're being killed, they're being extorted. And it's like the main girl is getting all those things onto her, like extorted and killed, all these things by the person she trusts the most. So Leonardo DiCaprio, I think he has 3 kids with the girl. The youngest one dies from like a cough because she didn't want to take her to the hospital. He decides he wants to testify against his uncle now because remember, they're all taken in by the FBI. And it comes out that like he tells the truth. He tells the truth about everything. He tells the truth that he was like in cahoots with his uncle to like do all these things to like, you know, exterminate all these indigenous people. And there's a long story short, they end up going to the jail. Like William Hale goes to jail and then he gets released from jail, dies in a nursing home. Ernest, which is Leonardo DiCaprio, that's his name in the movie. Ernest goes to jail and then gets released. He gets pardoned and then he like dies in an RV with his brother, just from like old age. And it's just really sad that there's like these kind of people in this life who can actually do those kinds of things, who can like extort, because he came there, married her, poisoned her, killed her family just to get some money, just to get money. And while he's not the smartest man, he definitely had free will to do these things, right? So it's a crazy, insane, deeply sad movie. It's based off of a true story. And Leonardo DiCaprio's character, even to the very end, didn't stop lying because he testified, told everything. And then he's seen his wife, who's now feeling better after being poisoned because she was rushed to the hospital at some point in the movie. She's like, you didn't tell the whole story. Like, what was in the insulin? And he just couldn't bring himself to tell her that he was also poisoned in insulin. So she divorced him. Remarried and died of diabetes like years later. Yeah, I should definitely like watch the movie and read up on it because it was sad. Like halfway watched the movie, I'm like, wow, the fact that people went through this, the fact that people go through worse, and just all these things. It's just, I don't know. It's just a very good movie. It's just well acted. Cinematography was good. The landscape, like where they shot it, was really nice. I'm assuming they shot in Oklahoma too. Just the fact that they got like indigenous people to play indigenous people and not got like other people to play indigenous people was really nice too. It was a really good touch. Outstanding performances across the board. Music was good. I give the movie like a 9 out of 10. It was really good. Like, I don't know what to say. This I'll give like a 7.1 out of 10 though. But I'll do last bite here because it's starting to get dry. And I ate a good chunk of it here. So last bite there. Yeah. So yeah, that was Dab's Hotspot. It's pretty good. 7.1 out of 10. It would have got probably like an 8 if it had some sauce in it, but they're stingy with the sauce. So like the pasta itself didn't have flavor, the jerk chicken had flavor, but the pasta itself didn't have too much flavor. So remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, comment down below if you want to try anything to talk about. I'm down to do that. As always, check out these suggest videos in the side. And yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, incredible movie, 9 out of 10. Highly suggest go seeing it and then reading up about it afterwards so you just can get more information about it because it's outstanding. And yeah, like I said, Dab's Hotspot, 7.1 out of 10. And first true review. Peace.